Good afternoon, chat. So I was reviewing the day. I saw you guys wasn't able to be on, but CPI was a straight move up. Unfortunately, what sucked a bit is that I missed my trade, or my trade happened here at 10:30. I'll mark it out for you guys. This should have been the trade of the day. Internal sweep of the high here and this high closure above. 1-for-1 hit super quick as well. So that should have been a trade of this morning. Fortunately, again, every Tuesday I can't trade is the Tuesdays that I missed a trade. The draw was obviously higher this morning. Before the 8:30, we came in, we swept these lows. I think we had a bullish SMT with the Dow as well. So that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, we missed a trade of this morning. We're completely bullish on the hourly. The 4-hour, we have an unmitigated 4-hour gap over here that aligns with the new day opening gap on the 9th. We already filled the new week opening gap, so it doesn't really have any influence on our trades this afternoon. So technically, maybe the only thing I'd be looking for is a continuation to the data highs here that we made on CPI. We have strong, very bullish momentum here. So we'll be looking for any types of SMTs and maybe that 4-hour gap that we have unfilled. I'd like to see how the rest of the 40 minutes ends up happening here. Because for now we're rejecting off this 4-hour. We'll have to take a look and see. So unfortunately the trade that I missed this morning was the trade over here. We had a soup of two internal highs and we had a closure below. We had black, green, black. So you'd enter here. Whoops, what happened here? You'd go for a 1-to-1 here and it hit beautifully. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to catch it. I just keep getting bad luck on the Tuesdays. I'm really hoping we don't get an afternoon like yesterday where ES just completely consolidated for the rest of the day. It's crazy how much sell side we hear, but it just shows that we have been so bullish recently. So we should be continuing to look for longs. The last fair value gap in the leg, when it's always paired with a bullish order block, and especially an OTE, really drives price higher. Look how we hesitated long inside this area. This is a great POI. This is a point of interest. Let me just draw it out. Rectangle. It would be this over here, this candle. Is this a down close candle down here? No, it's a green. So this would be our point of interest in the afternoon. If you guys decided to go for any types of longs, this would be a great point of interest. If we had an SMT on this candle, which I'm not sure that we had, but it would have been a great, actually we did have. Unfortunately, ES made equal lows. It's 5 equal lows on ES. But this point of interest is beautiful to go take. We have an unmitigated gap with a or bullish order block and inside OT of the range as well. So this could have been a great trade for us to take. Unfortunately, this hit during the lunch hour. So that's the only two trades that I saw this afternoon. It would be in this big POI here. We have an unmitigated gap mixed with a bullish order block and an OT of this range. So this would be a great trade if we're looking to go higher. And the other trade, unfortunately, that I missed this morning since I wasn't able to trade was this. We swept two highs, black, green, black, which is my setup. And you go for a 1 for 1 when we take out the internal low at 1038. So you wouldn't have gone break even. This would have been a winner. And then, like I said, we had this POI over here, this order block mixed with that fair value gap and OTE of the range. If any of you guys do trade OTE. Attache la tuque. I'm so fat, I don't have to attach anything. The wind can't blow me up anymore. I'm not victim weight anymore. I'm over 200 pounds. So my buys for the afternoon would be these highs up here and even the morning high for CPI, obviously. Especially that we came back into this range in this bullish POI. We had SMTs at the low over here. So a perfect trade would be this inverse here, stop at the low, going for these external highs up here. So if you guys ever want to know what makes it a valid POI, so for example, if we want to be bullish, one, I would want to be an OTE of the range. Two, I would need to have higher targets. Three, a series of down close candles, 1 to 3 max, mixed with a imbalance that hasn't been mitigated yet. So for example, over here we have a BPR, we have a down close candle, and you wanted the opposite color of the move. So for example, it's the bearish candle, so to be moving higher, which is a bullish order block. We have an unmitigated fair value gap here, cause SMT here. We had a fast inverse at 1218, and you can target the highs all the way up here, which would be super clean. All right, so the other full point of interest that we have would be over here, due to the fact that we do have an imbalance, and that imbalance is not a fair value gap this time. This imbalance up here is the volume imbalance. It's not a fair value gap. So maybe we'd like to see an SMT in this range with ES. We'll have to take a look. We did sweep the final internal high at 1138 in this range. Sorry, the series of down up close candles would be this. So this would be our point of interest. We want to see it run through this point of interest if we want to see higher prices, especially for that CPI high. If we want to see higher prices, I don't want I wouldn't like to see any lower prices than than this right here. I would want to see this order block mixed with the fair value gaps up here to hold price. So if this point of interest can hold price higher, then I'm going to be looking to take longs up to these highs as well, the CPI morning high and the high of the cycle from 11:30 to 12. If we play around here inside as well, I wouldn't mind it, as long as we don't inverse these fair value gaps. What up, Teddy? So we'll just have to take a look and see what price wants to do. But yeah, unfortunately this morning I missed a great trade. I'm unable to trade Tuesday morning, so there's nothing I can do, but it sucks to see that the last 3 Tuesdays I missed my specific setup. And they don't even happen that often, and they were all 3 winners. Insane how that happens all the time. The timing of the market. Price doesn't want to make me a lot of money this morning. I missed my trade. I missed this trade this morning. Jedi wave it. We had a double internal soup. My setup would be green, black, green, souping internal highs, which would be right here. Third candle black below the closure of the green body, going for a 1-for-1, moving stop to break even. When we take out that internal high, it worked perfectly. We also had a great OT entry if you were looking for higher time frame prices, which is a bullish order block mixed with an unmitigated gap. And we tapped into it here, causing SMT, and we had a fast IFVG over here that you could have taken and ridden up to the highs up here. And that's pretty much it. Now we're in between 2 points of interest. We have another point of interest here, which is bullish for value gaps mixed with a bullish order blocks as well over here. So we'll take a look to see what price wants to do. But for the afternoon, I'm aiming more towards long than shorts, to be honest. I really like that CPI here. Yeah, there'll be more for you. It just sucks that I had to miss the last 3 on Tuesdays that I'm unable to trade Tuesday AMs. Like, that's an extra 3R I gotta catch up on. It's frustrating. How was your morning, Teddy? Big W coming your way. We'll take a look. Maybe I'll get one of my SMT trades. Big W, so I should hold it more for a 3-to-1. I should go for like a 6-to-1. Did the prophet tell you the reward I'm going to get as well? Or he just told you it's going to be a big W? Yeah, calm and collected. It's way better than an aggressive gambler. Unfortunately, the markets test your patience a lot more than it should. Sometimes it's horrible timing as well. Yeah, it depends on what you trade. To be honest, the only thing I saw was also during the lunch hour, which I don't trade. And then my obvious setup was over here, which unfortunately I missed, which got me a little pissed. But to be honest, besides that, we were kind of just hesitant this morning. We didn't really run with speed, a lot of hesitation here, consolidation here. We didn't really get the distribution phase. Looked to me like more just manipulation and accumulation. I have 2 different types of setups, and I don't take them all on the entire group. On one of my trades, I have it grouped up on into 8, so I have 8 accounts that trade my SMT trade together, and then I have another group of 4 that trade the trade that I missed this morning. So the internal soups, and if I'm going short, I need a black candle followed by a green, and then followed by a black that has to close below the body. Yeah, it's a smarter way to run it. So if you get a losing streak on both, you don't get killed, you know. Yeah, if I enter in for 8 micros, it's gonna split it across the account, so it'll go 1 micro each. So for example, if I need to take a trade, I need to take like 6 micros. I would have to do 6 times 8, 48. I would have to enter in 48 micros. That's technically how it works. You'd have to multiply it. I'm not with Ninja actually. I'm not sure how Ninja works, but for Tradeovate, that's how it works. And I've never even had a problem with Tradeovate. The last like 2.5 years, maybe I had like 2 days where they had the data problems coming in, but to be honest, besides that, Tradeovate has no issues, and the copy trader works phenomenally. It's a very good copy trader. No, my chart's on TradingView. Like this is TradingView, but all my executions are on Tradeovate. I used to have Ninja back in the day when I was scalping or doing the Rankos, but ever since I do ICT, I find everything a lot easier on Tradeovate. But it's like what you're used to, you know? I'm not used to NinjaTrader, so for me, NinjaTrader is more complicated. If I was used to NinjaTrader, for me, TradingView would be complicated. But yeah, my charts and my indicators and everything is on TradingView, and then I'll take my executions on Tradeovate. Who do you trade with, Teddy? What firm are you with, or that you try to get accounts with? What firm do you like when it comes to like pricing and going for accounts and all that type of stuff? What's your preferred company? Like me, to be honest, I prefer Apex. I'm an enjoyer of Apex. I know David likes Topstep, Tradeify. Those are pretty much the firms that we use. Yeah, you like Apex too? Yeah, they're great. The thing I like about them is that the evals cost a little bit cheaper. I know the activation fees bring them a little bit above what the competitive firms have out there as well. But the issue is, I think it's a lot better to pay a little bit less in the beginning since the passing rate is a lot lower. Don't forget to use code FLOOR. It makes Big Mike happy. It's working hard for you guys. All right, what do we got here? Nothing really I like at these levels. We still have that unmitigated 4 hour. That's pretty much it. The only point of interest I see is pushing us maybe lower. If we want to reject lower, is going to be this point of interest up here, which is that the bearish order blocks missed with the volume imbalance up here. What's bless? Are you trying to say like blue sky? What is that? I think my dad mentioned you saying that blue sky. Never heard of them. I'm so edgy when it comes to new firms. It's so hard for me to switch. I never know if they're legit. I try to go for the ones that have a lot of views on, yeah, they're newer. On Trustpilot. So you kind of know they're more legit. Not, it ends up being a lot of time wasted. I wonder what it takes to open up a firm. How do people think it's a good business idea? I feel like if you're not the one that's at the top, it's really rough to pick up. And a lot of them come and go, you know? Yeah, let us know as well. I'm curious to see if you get the payout if the firm pays you out. It's better to get feedback from inside the community. What is the deal for the 50%? And MFF is my funded futures, right? Do you go for the 50Ks or the 150Ks? That was a mistake I was doing in the beginning. I was going a lot for the 150Ks with Apex, and for the trailing drawdown, it's a little bit tougher. Especially the trailing one, you have to trade it like kind of consistently. You can't really be more aggressive on it because a trailing drawdown really hurts. What account do you go for though? What's the size of the account? No, well, actually, it doesn't even matter what you go for. Theoretically, well, not theoretically, mathematically, the 50Ks are a lot more um, better to go for due to the fact that most of the time you have 2K or 2.5K end of day drawdown and your profit target is 3. But in the case of the 150Ks, your profit target is like 2 times as far away from your drawdown, which makes it mathematically harder to pass. Like in the beginning, I wasted a lot of my time on the 150Ks until I found out that it's a lot easier to just run on the 50Ks. And once I started doing the 50Ks, it was a lot easier to pass. Yeah, exactly. The bigger the account, the harder it is. Unless you're super rich and you're completely full porting the whole account and praying it passes. Well, we do have an internal bullish SMT. We'll see what price wants to do here. I'm still bullish. I'm surprised where you hear about these firms. I've never even heard of NextGen as well. Do you have a catalog at the end of the at the beginning of the month where all the firms send you their pricing? Well, it has nothing to do with being cheap. You're just being smarter because you're looking for the discounts that make sense to go grab. It's like having a catalog every week of all the firms and them giving you the deals, and you can compare and decide which ones are more valuable for you to take. A lot of people mix the term cheap with being smart. And I think the reason why we do that is so many people are so fast at pointing fingers and being insulting. But at the end of the day, if you're saving money on accounts that offer the exact same thing, technically you're smarter. Teddy the genius. All right, well, we're in the macro, so we should see us delivering to liquidity here till at least 210 in the open of 2 o'clock. This is where we should be getting some volume. My guess is we're going to move at least to take out these highs up here. I don't think we should be going lower from here yet. Well, to be honest, longs make more sense, so you wouldn't really be a gambler. For me, longs make more sense here. I don't think we're going to keep this bearish SMT. I think we're going to continue to rip, at least into this POI or the highs up here. Well, we'll see what it wants to do in here. I think if we run through this POI, I'm going to continue looking for longs up to the CPI high. That's what I'm comfortable doing for the PM. And unfortunately, if this was a little bit lower, I would have entered long on that SMT trade. But the stop would have been too high for me to take, so I avoided it. So for now, we watch and we wait till it wants to give us another opportunity. But like I said, looking for these points of interest are very strong, like especially when you have a series of of down close candles, which if you're looking for higher prices, you're looking for bullish order blocks. Mixed with unbalances, like for example here you have a 1 down close candle. I'll take max 3, so this one is valid, mixed with a unfilled 1 minute fair value gap in OTE of the range that we caused here. So any tap in here and then a rejection off would be a good long, and then you can target these highs and even the CPI high that's still intact. But for now we wait. For now I don't see any trade on the horizon. Doesn't mean you guys don't have a trade, just means that I don't have my setup forming here. Say a little prayer for us. Apparently later on in the day we're gonna have horrible weather and we're even in a place that's warning for tornadoes. Hopefully we don't lose power. Funny thing is I don't even think we've ever had a tornado where I live here. Maybe like a tiny one, but we've never really had anything worrisome. Doesn't look too windy for now either. Yeah, they say that the conditions are favorable for a tornado to form, but it's rare it happens here. Where do you live, Teddy, if you don't mind me asking? We might get a trade here if this green candle closes above the black body. We'll see what he wants to do. Ten more seconds. Nope. Unfortunately, we don't get it. It's too bad we don't get it because these highs look so clean to go grab. This stupid candle's gonna cost me. I already know we're gonna pull up here now. Or give me one more internal sweep. I wouldn't even mind that as well. Seattle, you guys got earthquakes, not tornadoes. Yeah, earthquakes are pretty scary too, though. Come on, give me one more internal sweep here. Yes, it looks like we're pushing up slowly. Mr. David.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Sound like you're in the car.
Yeah, I'm coming back from the eye doctor.
What'd they tell you? Just gave you
Vinyl
drops, I'm
cyst or
guessing.
whatever it is. A sty. No, I gotta go get a topical cream to put like under my eyelid on my eyelid.
Ah, exactly what my girl got.
Yeah, it helped her.
I guess so. What she had to do is technically it's like a topical cream that's like a bit like a little bit solid, and she had to open up her eye, look up, put it on her eye, and then close her eye so that it goes inside the paupière, genre.
Oh no, no, I gotta
Well, how are you gonna put it under
what?
your eyelid? It's exactly that.
Not under, just on the eyelid. My lashes are.
Mm.
I gotta go put it now. I gotta go pick up the cream.
No trades yet for me this afternoon. I almost got an SMT trade, but the stop was too big. And then we almost got a trade here long as well, but unfortunately we didn't close above the black body. It's unfortunate that this morning we missed it. Come on, give me one more internal sweep before.
Did I miss anything I was like? Well, I got off the charts and literally like 5 minutes later, setup showed up. That's sad.
I don't know if you would have taken the one at 120, but maybe your trade was there at 120.
120? No. Right at
119,
premium
sorry.
is only one high. I can't.
Okay. All right, well, 2 o'clock, move down lower. Hopefully we come back up and soup these highs, keep this SMT, soup the lows. Doesn't look like it though, we're pushing down lower. It's a big bearish candle.
All
Bring
right, bro.
me back to life. All
Oh,
right,
I'll see
enjoy.
you later.
I'll see you
Take
later.
care. All right. Oh, yo, are you going online at 3?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I'll see you, chop.
my I'm still not comfortable taking any shorts, even though we had this bearish candle. It's probably just a retrace for us to continue up higher. The bullish trend line is just way too strong to even looking for shorts. And normally when that bullish trend line is pretty strong, you should be continuing. You shouldn't be trying to guess the top. You're only gonna get burned. Give me one more internal sweep, respect this for value gap, and give me a green bullish candle to go higher. That's what I would appreciate. If we get it. Which we can, which we can. Everybody left me all alone for the afternoon stream. Everybody's been busy. Yeah, in my honest opinion, I really think that 2 o'clock move down was just straight manipulation to collect more, collect some sellers before going back up. Came to do its job. Yeah, Teddy, like you said, that's a whole lot of build up. We're ready to launch. Put your helmet on. Here we go. We're going for CPI high now. Yeah, quick trap. It's telling you though, look at this trend line. It's never good to guess the top. You'll get burned almost 95% of the time. Just go with the trend. The trend is your friend. Today I got none, so today the trend is my friend. Any move lower is just probably going to continue to push us up higher. Even though we took out these internal highs, this high for the CPI is just way too nice not to go grab. We do have an SMT, but the CPI highs are still intact this morning. Highs are there as well on ES. And for the first day, ES looks like to be the weaker asset for the first time in a long time. Don't you know what that means, Teddy? The big red candle here. You just click buy because it's going to go right back up. ES bouncing on 2 o'clock open. We'll see if it wants to push through it or use it as support. Back up we go, Teddy. Power of the trend line. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a super strong bullish trend line. The only trade I would have seen this afternoon or during the lunch hour, unfortunately, it was this OTE entry mixed with the unmitigated 1 minute in the bullish order block over here. We stayed at the upper quadrant, we formed SNTs at this low, and then we had a quick inverse at 12.18. That would be in a great trade to go target these highs. Besides that, this morning, another nice trade that we had was the soup of these two highs, and we had my trade signal right here, black, green, black. The black candle closed below, and we didn't take out any lows nor tap into any bullish for value gap. So you would enter in short here, stop at the high, 1 for 1 worked as well. This was the second OT mixed with the bullish order block entry here. And that's pretty much it. Hey, Harry. And I didn't take any trades this afternoon yet. There's nothing that I liked. I almost went long at the candle at 1346, but the stop placement was a little bit too much for me to even consider taking. So for now, we're just watching. We're looking for higher price targets as well. The CPI high up here at 921 would be the target for the afternoon. But it depends. We'll see what we want to do here. Look, we're following the trend line perfectly, so higher prices should take place. We just want to see what's going to continue being respected and what's not going to be respected. Using ICT concept trying to learn strategy for PM, but there's never any content on it. I'm in at the minute on demo for 1 minute gap and version of for one to see how it plays out. Yeah, unfortunately, you would have to backtest it. You cannot. Well, you can always adapt, but over the years, I switch a little bit my strategy as well, and then you go backtest to see how it worked different months throughout the last couple years. And it took me a while to find my own strategy, even though I learned from ICT. I didn't really just take the 2022 model or the 2016 model, etc. We found our own strategies based on his concepts, and it was just for us to understand more on order flow and where price should be going, and then using his confluences into our trades. That's pretty much it. But yeah, it took some time. It took a lot of back testing and over 2 years to find the setups I'm comfortable with taking on live. The thing is, you got to do a lot of back testing and forward testing to know the numbers of your setup correctly. You want to know how many losers it can go on, how many winners it can go on, and see how many trades you can get normally a month, the amount of expected return you can get from it. If not, you'll never be confident into taking the trade. Every time you're going to be entering a trade, you're going to be very hesitant and unconfident and nervous and stressed. And yet, at the end of the day, it should be easy. You should just find yourself one of those mechanical models or a model that you can follow with a little bit of what do you call it? Not transparency, but what's that word? I'm having a blank for the word, but not fully mechanical because you want to have rules that sometimes have exceptions to the trade. But anyways, yeah, technically it's important to backtest your setups. And the same setups I take in the AM are the same setups I take in the afternoon. Of course, if it appears and gives me the opportunity to even take the trade. That's the word I was looking for, discretionary. And to be honest, discretionary is huge. You really want to take into account everything you learn and try to read price and what it wants to do and what it should do, what it's respecting, what it's not respecting. Because to be honest, all these things are very important to become profitable and to make sure your strategy works. Like an environment where we're fully consolidating, you must know that the probability of your trade will be decreasing. And in markets where it's completely efficient and running with full velocity, most of the lows will hang tight and it'll be running to its target with speed. Like for example, we still have higher targets to go grab. We have two black down close candles into a bullish fair value gap, and we're following a super strong trend line. So if this green candle would close above, theoretically, it would be not a bad move to go for longs here. I'm not going to take it because I only have funded accounts at the moment, but anyways, this candle is not a big green candle, so it's not worthy. But yeah, that's where experience comes into play, and discretion is very powerful as well. You have to understand the conditions and the environment in which your trades work and avoid it when the environment is not there and the conditions are not met. Hello? Oh, he's back. He's back. Ah, I thought you were home. Yeah, not good to guess the top though. We still have that CP high in the morning high to go grab. Look at that bullish trend line though. We're moving straight up. Put yourself on mute, David. I don't know why you would think that. Yeah, I don't know why you would think that, but okay. When did you go look? Bro, it's at 1 p.m. every Tuesday. That's the updates. Here, bro. You said you looked on the internet. Yes, you can team up with your friends today as a temporary solo queue test for diamond and higher ranks have officially concluded. There you go. Alright, ciao ciao. Alright, what are we getting here? Another soup of an internal low. Is this the high, chat? Does anybody in the chat think this is the high of the afternoon? Or are we going to continue pushing? What do you guys think? Fourteen, 11, 14, 13. Well, we really like to tap against 2 o'clock. Alright, well, no trade yet. We'll see what it wants to continue doing here. It would be fun to know when the high is taking place in the afternoon if you could only guess. But it wouldn't make sense yet to be the high of the afternoon. The internal high I really like is the 603.75 high on ES to go grab. And hopefully by the time ES grabs that, NQ can grab the CPI high, and maybe we'll have a bearish SMT if ever we want to look for lower prices. But for now, there's nothing I'm looking at. What is this low here? 1407. No, not the same lows. Let's see if we get displacement towards the downside. For now, there's nothing really nice to say that we're going to be continuing moving lower. I really want to see a strong displacement below these lows. We'll see what it wants to do here. Hopefully we can get a soup and a closure above this low here. Wouldn't want to see it close below. Finish green candle, finish black, sorry, finish black. That's a no-show candle. Alright, well now highs make more sense again. Last bounce off 2 o'clock. Alright, bearish SMT with YM. Still not content of looking for any shorts here. Looks like we're just continuing to collect orders to go long. No confluences that point to bearish yet. Like I said, this is a pure trap. Every move down is just continuing to come back up. Wasn't comfortable taking any shorts here as well. All right, Chad, I'm back. Had to go to the bathroom quick. Anybody have interesting trades here? I see a potential trade on ES. It's unfortunate that I don't trade ES, but if this candle body closes below on ES of that green candle, it would be a potential short for you guys. Yeah, I'm sitting on hands as well. Nothing I see here that has the potential. No need to be guessing the top. I think only longs make sense here. Yeah, rogue candle, you're gonna get a famous tweet. Tweet tweet. Yeah, you're right. We're probably gonna get one of those rogue candles to the upside or to the downside that's gonna come out of nowhere. And these markets are playing pure ping pong over here. If we get a closure above, I think I'm gonna try going for a long here, a continuation long. I'll go for it. Stop move to break even because we took that internal swing high there. I would really want to see strength for continuation. If it wants to come back down here and move me to break even, I'll take the break even, but fortunately my stop is moved and it doesn't look like it wants to have some follow through. You really wanted to move here with speed. Come on, don't come back down. Don't hesitate. Don't give me a break even. Yeah, this looks a bit bearish. Don't want it to make a new low here. Come on, push strong. Make a new high. Make a new high, NQ. Make a new high. Make a new high. Make a new high. No, that's not clean at all. Alright, well, we gotta break even here. Whoa, did I get saved or what? Tell me, chat, I got saved. I'll take a little long here holding that SMT. Stop would be at the low. Probably gonna come down, backstop us out at break even, make the wick inside here. Well, we dodged a big bullet. I'm happy that that trade was a break even and that wick didn't completely wipe us out. That was a big red candle there. I don't know what's been going on, but you're right, Sunnybo. A big rogue candle is gonna come in soon. I'm happy I wasn't in a trade. This has to be a joke. Yeah, this is wild. Damn, chat, so we got a break even here. Unfortunately, it wasn't a winner. We had that internal soup closure above the body too, and as soon as we took out this internal high up here, we moved stop to break even. And unfortunately, it went to 0.72. So at least we got a break even, and we gotta consider ourselves lucky that that 1437 candle didn't give it to us from behind. I guess CPI highs will stay intact for now. So yeah, chat, we got a break even here, unfortunately. As soon as we took out this internal high on M and Q, we took it, we moved it to break even. Good morning. Not good morning, but good afternoon, Kathleen. Break even is better than a loser. We got a double internal sweep here, a closure above, so we enter in long. When it took out the internal high up here, we moved stop to break even. There wasn't any follow through to that high, so we moved it to break even. And yeah, that's what we got for the afternoon. That's pretty much it. The only potential thing I see over here would to have an SMT with the low between the 1 and the 130 cycle and maybe grabbing an inverse for longer, for more highs since we are still bullish. Even though we just have a little bit of a down move, it could just be a simple retracement. We'll have to see what it wants to do here. It's too bad we didn't get a green candle that shot up like that towards the buy side liquidity. I would have been happy there. I don't think we're done moving lower here. Only thing that would make sense that this wick over here did sweep liquidity, so it could be used as a rejection block. So this wick can be used as a rejection block. So the only thing that makes sense if you guys are looking for higher targets would be an entry like this. And obviously I'd be going for one, or you could be going for the resting liquidity. I like more this internal high. But no, I'm not comfortable taking any trades. I don't see anything that's specific here that would, especially after these big wiki candles. We've been purely consolidating and we've been having big wiki candles. It's not really nice to see. Bro, these tweets gotta stop, man. All right, Chad, I'm gonna call it a day here. Don't see any potential trade forming. And like I said, we've been kind of consolidating since the 1 p.m. open over here. Haven't had much movement at all. So I'll be back tomorrow AM session trading live, and hopefully we catch something in the AM. It'd be pretty cool, especially this break even kind of sucked. We were almost there. Our target was like right up here. We weren't far from it as well. So thank you guys for joining. If you guys are new to the channel and like the content, please subscribe. Helps me out, makes me smile. And for everybody else, have a nice rest of the day, and thank you for stepping by. See ya.